Ready? I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
You're recording? All right. And right here. And on action, ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, hello, Chipola Nation. We're here with Coach Greg Franklin of the Lady Indians. How you doing, Coach?
Always a pleasure, Dr. Brian Craven.
Good to see you, man.
Good.
So here we are. We're in the last round. Got a big game in the Milt Wednesday, February 13th with our old friends, Tallahassee. What do we need to do tomorrow night to take care of business and move our chances of some postseason action?
Minimize turnovers and own the glass.
On the glass, and that means
We haven't done that
a
lately.
little rebounding, which is
little
something you
rebound.
practice pretty much every day. But so you're not real pleased with how we've been rebounding lately.
No, Bernardo's been hurt.
Uh-huh.
You know, she doesn't average a lot of rebounds, but boy, she boxes out. Her person doesn't get the basketball.
Right.
Which is usually the other team's best interior player or goal rebounder, most mobile player.
Yeah. And so that's something that doesn't show up in the stats at all. There's not really a stat for that, is there? Getting in the way? I mean,
Getting in the way.
Yeah.
She can do that, but
Yeah.
you know, she works so hard, she plays so hard. We haven't had her in the last 4 or 5 games now
Uh-huh.
where she's been healthy.
Right.
And she's tried to play, but her agility on that left ankle is none to nil. I mean,
Oh.
it's just, and she's such a fierce competitor that she wants to play so bad.
Right.
And we'll put her in there, and she just fights as hard as she can, but you know,
Yeah.
she's just not mobile enough right now.
Man, I hate that. So anyway, we got Tallahassee coming in here on Wednesday night. You've been having some really great games here with a whole lot of people contributing to this deal. I mean, DeCarrie Patterson, Cortasia Sanders, Valerie Nesbitt, the usual suspects doing all that they usually do. But you've got people like Ariel Cummings and others that are really, stepping up and contributing to this thing.
Ariel has been so impactful as of late.
Uh-huh.
You know, she's a freshman; she's just figuring it out. And most bigs usually figure it out the last person.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
In terms of the speed of the game and how to maneuver inside and being confident with yourself and just feeling good inside your skin.
Right. Right.
And that's a big thing that's happened with Rail. She's really come around. She had a great game against them last time we played them here. She had 12 points, about 8 rebounds, something like that. I was just watching that film before I got over here. But for her to step up the way she stepped up has been big for us because we need that inside presence, especially if you're going to win on a national level, which our conference is pretty much the benchmark for the rest of the country. If you can play and win games in this league, then you have a chance to win a national championship. That's what I was telling my kids on the film Sunday. We're right here, and if anybody's having a conversation about who could have a chance to win a national championship, I mean, we're in every conversation, but not wanting to be in the conversation, wanting to have that chance.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, Coach, so you brought it up. So let's talk about this. We're in the last round. Northwest is out front by a few games here at 7-2. Gulf Coast right behind them at 6-3. We're at 5-3. We had a day off this weekend. So right now we're kind of in third place. So
yeah, second, third,
second, third.
However you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But,
so what do we need to do, and what are the possibilities of what can happen here?
obviously we want to win out.
Sure.
So we win the league for sure.
Yeah.
Winning 4 out of our last 5 games has been nice. If you win 2 ball games, I think you're probably in the conversation of going to the national tournament, not 2 out of 4. If you win 3 out of 4, you have a chance to get a piece of the conference championship, and you're in the state tournament. Win 4 out of 4, obviously you win it. I think you win it, and you're going away with it. You're number 1 seed going to the state tournament. So those are the talking points I have with my kids, and obviously they want to win every game left on the schedule, and I think that's a good possibility.
Oh, absolutely.
So, obviously our thing is we want to win out.
Right. Now you mentioned this at-large thing for the national tournament, and we know that it was Northwest last year that came in third in the league, and was able to get an at-large bid to the national tournament, and went out there and did.
Yeah, they got to the Elite 8 and was probably a layup away from getting to the Final Four.
Right.
So, it's crazy to me to see our league and how tough it is, and you don't know it until you've gone through it. And obviously our fans know it. And,
Right.
but it's something that you just can't describe to other people. They say, boy, your league's so tough. How do you guys you prepare like you're trying to win a national championship game?
Yeah.
That's who you're playing.
Yeah, so most people are just playing for Wednesday night, and,
Yeah.
and we're in there like it's the,
Yeah.
the championship of the world, because you're playing teams that are going to be in the national tournament every
National
week.
finals.
Yeah, yeah.
And I say this all the time. I think our league's like the old Big East when you
Uh-huh.
had Syracuse, Georgetown, St. John's, Villanova, and those
Yeah.
guys. There was
Yeah.
no nights off.
No.
I mean, you just don't get one. You look at Pensacola. Pensacola hadn't won a conference game, but outside conference they beat everybody up. But in our conference, it's possession basketball,
Right.
going down the wire with the number one team.
Yeah,
They go in overtime at Gulf Coast. They were up 22. Just tells you got players. If you're up at Gulf Coast by 22, you got some players.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
you're not. That's just not by just luck or
Right.
happenstance. I
Right.
mean, there's a reason why you're
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So
Coach, are you in your 7th season?
it's my 7th season.
Wow. So how do you, what's your summation of the Chipola experience thus far?
Oh, I say this all the time. It's the best job I've ever had. And partly because of what we just talked about, because of the competition. I mean, it's just pressure packed every game once you get into the conference. But I wouldn't want to work anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, it's support is awesome. I think we've been very successful over the years with having a national championship and getting to the tournament. 5 out of 6 years. I mean,
You've been in the Division I game before. How is it different at the JUCO level than the Division I?
Well, I
four-year
talk to our players in recruiting, and I talk to them, while they're here. Don't take this lightly because you're probably having some of the best relationships. These things will last for a lifetime. Now, I know some people say, well, yeah, they do it at the Division I level. It's not as impactful. It's not seeing that kid grow from, thinking about them not having a very good academic base, but you know how bright they are.
Right.
And once they get here, the people take care of them and just kind of trying to raise them. I know that old saying, raise in a village, takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
But it really is. That's the one thing I really love about this place is that everybody's all in. From ACE Lab to our administrators, to our athletic director, to the players feel it too. They understand
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'll have players call me back and say there was no place like Chipola. If I could have done 4 years at Chipola, I would have done 4 years.
Wow.
And we're talking about living in Marianna, Florida, and not being
Yeah.
a college town, but they go away and they realize all the family type atmosphere that's here. Now I know you have boosters at the Division I level, and we'll have those kind of events for the kids, and they'll be around all those guys. But it really day to day, the impact that people have on these kids when they get here. I sometimes don't think what our Chipola family really does for these kids. They don't really understand it sometimes. I mean, it's so
Until you
impactful.
leave. Yeah.
It's so impactful.
Well, it's something that really struck a chord with me. You won the national tournament in what year did y'all win?
15.
15. And y'all were coming back on a Sunday night, and someone said, we need to have a welcome home party. And I was, man, are you kidding me? On Sunday night, you think people are... And I was blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a couple of hundred people
Yep.
in the gym to
Loud.
welcome you guys home. And they were loud.
Loud.
I mean, it was a huge event. And that just goes to show you that this community, I mean, they love y'all. They love basketball. They love you. And I think y'all are doing a great job. And
It reminds me of when I growing up in Kentucky, and you don't find a lot of places that really understand basketball, but Jackson County,
yeah,
they understand basketball because you can, like tonight, Kentucky plays at 6.
right.
You'll listen to the crowd. If a guy walks,
Uh-huh.
everybody says walk. You
Yeah.
got 24,000 people saying walk at the same
Yeah.
time. You've got these fans right here understanding the game, and it tickles me sometimes because I'll listen to the fan. That was a walk.
Right.
I'm going, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
They understand the game. That's the difference. Somebody misses a box out. and I'll hear the Currys behind
Currys,
me
yeah.
saying, "You got to box out."
Right.
So that it's just awesome
Uh-huh.
to have the understanding of the game, and it kind of feels like home back in Kentucky where people really get into it.
Right.
Especially Jackson County is a very big basketball area. And I understand that,
Yeah.
Didn't understand it before I got here, but
Right.
now I can understand it.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we wish you the best. We've got a big game Wednesday night, Wednesday, February 13th. We're hosting Tallahassee. Then next Wednesday, February 20th, we've got Pensacola back here. In between, we head to Northwest on the 16th, and we finish out at Gulf Coast on the 23rd. So here we are in the last round playing for all the marbles, and Coach, we wish you the best.
Love it, man. Love it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Mud.